Again, thank you, Max, for taking the time to do this very important interview. At the Inner Hero, we educate, inspire, and build our community heroes. And just seeing the impact is that seeing something that started very small. Imagine my wife and myself at the time we had our 5 sons. This started in our home when God gave us this vision. And the name Inner Hero came from God Himself. It was not like we sat down and we wrote it out and we planned a mission or what thing to say with structuring an organization at the time. Some people will sit down and write and work towards that. We did not do that. It was given to us directly by God. Both of us were in the church, to be precise, Speak the Word Church International in Golden Valley. And we were doing a Christmas play in December of 2010 when God gave me the name. I was playing my part in the play. And my part, I was one of the 3 wise men, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And while playing my part on the stage, God dropped that name in my spirit and said, "You are the inner hero." And I'm like, what does this mean? When I left the stage, I wrote it down and I talked to my wife about it. And God just kept telling me and revealing to me that every one of us is born with that inner hero ability. There's something that He created us with. But what brings that personal gift or cultivate that personal gift into fruition is you acting upon it and pulling it out of you. And once you can pull that and see the actual manifestation, fruition of it, cultivate that for better terms. The consistency of that, not just for you, but helping other people reach their destiny, even if you don't reach yours. That's how the name came about. And you and I, again, the inner hero. I would say every year to see the growth, every year to see the consistency of the work, every year to see the impact. Like unforeseen situation took place in 2020 or 2019 when we had COVID. We never had anything like that before in the entire world, and it just came abruptly. I believe it was a restriction and a sense of redirection from God. That's my understanding. And I taught everybody in the world God wanted them to know that He was God. So He stopped the entire world at the same time. And that taught me something. And God used us as an organization to be a vessel, to be able to share food consistently through the entire COVID, to be able to work with the Department of Health, to partner with them and give people vaccine, have people vaccinated, so hopefully their life will be preserved. That's a special moment. Just to be part of the process, to work with the uniform community, law enforcement, and the plainclothes community, to be that voice for the community behind the scene when nobody knew what we were doing. But just be there to bring that collective effort to know that we all are on the same team. But it takes consistency, it takes communication, and it takes the effort to be at that table, because I learned something in COVID. If you're not at the table, you're also on the menu. And how do we become part of the table? We can't just talk at the table. We have to sit at the table consistently and make ourselves available to be part of change. And I believe that's the work Inner Hero is doing. And now we have started our after school program that we're impacting the younger generation, helping them to make sure they can get the good grades, good character, build a sustainable lifestyle that they can become more productive citizens. Creating a program within the schools, the career pathway to civic education, teaching them, giving them access to the local leaders and the national leaders. That's a huge part that we play. And with all of those programs and the team that we have committed and built around the inner hero, is so impactful, and we're seeing the transformation before our eyes. You, Max, what you have brought to the table consistently from day one to now, you always smiling to do what you want to do to see the next generation become better. Being a team player, being there consistently, being dependable, it speaks volume to the transformation of the inner hero work. Our after school program is very key. We're looking to grow it. Now we have 20 some more kids, and we know come next year we have more than 50 plus kids, maybe 100, depending on the space that we have. But just seeing that the change is not for now, the change is for the future, but it begins now, and it starts with you and me. And it comes through consistency. You will always hear this word whenever you talk to me or anywhere you find me. Consistency, consistency, consistency. We have to be consistent. We have to be intentional. We have to know the future is bigger and brighter than today. And we have to work for the future, but not just us as adults. It's involving the younger people to be part of the agenda making process and not making the agenda for them, giving them the option to speak louder and clearly and being able to listen